Good afternoon, I'm Mr. Sutton and I'm the head of PE at Reach Free School. Just wanted to start us off with a key question that we use within lessons to stimulate discussion and get pupils thinking about the topic they're about to be covering in the lesson. So the question is, rank these components of fitness in order of importance for a footballer: agility, speed, and cardiovascular fitness. We're going to revisit this question at the end of this session. So I just want you to have a think about why these components of fitness would be important for a footballer. Are there any situations where they would specifically be used? Are they position dependent? And how they affect the footballer's performance. So in PE, physical education, in year 7, we follow a journey of covering core skills of a range of activities, and we follow seasonal activities that coincide with sports that are offered in the district. Due to COVID restrictions, fixtures aren't currently happening, but normally we would have fixtures and teams representing the school in local competitions and county competitions. So as a little bit of a taster, in year 7, we cover football, netball, rugby, and badminton through the autumn term. Then in the spring term, we look at hockey, table tennis, trampolining, gymnastics, and healthy and active lifestyles. Then after Easter, we focus on summer sports like athletics, cricket, rounders, and we finish the year by trying to give the pupils experiences of some alternative sports such as ultimate frisbee, football, golf, and tennis. When they move into year 8, so the second part of Key Stage 3, we still focus on similar activities and follow a seasonal pattern of their delivery. But within the lessons, we focus more on advanced skills, teamwork, and applying tactics and problem solving within those sports. So playing them in a more full context, not developing those core skills, but looking at actual application into a more competitive situation whilst learning about how these activities affect their well-being, mentally, social, and their physical well-being as well. The way we assess pupils at Key Stage 3 is through a head, heart, and hands model. So head, we assess the knowledge, understanding, analysis, feedback, responsibility, and rules of an activity. When we're talking about the heart of pupils within PE, that's how we look at their attitude to learning. So are they able to communicate well? Are they able to lead other groups? Do they show resilience, whether that's in an activity or whether they can't quite master a skill and they keep going back and trying to gain more knowledge of that skill to then be able to apply it eventually. Respect of other people, effort levels. So do they keep coming back and keep trying week in, week out when it's cold and wet outside, as well as when it's sunny in the summer as well? Do they still bring the same effort each lesson? And then also confidence. So do they show confidence when speaking in front of others? Do they show confidence when giving their opinions in lesson and answering questions as well? And then finally, we assess hands. Hands is physical abilities shown within lessons, fitness levels, competitive performances, the technique that they're able to show, applying tactics and problem solving as an individual and part of a group. All of these areas are looked at within lessons using a structure of delivery. We use Google Forms to assess some of the head rules and analysis within activities, and heart can be demonstrated by taking on leadership opportunities within the lessons as well, all of which are touched on through a range of activities that we offer. How you can support at home is by supporting pupils in having the correct kit and equipment available. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, we can't offer as many indoor spaces or have as many pupils indoors. So we will be relying on parents ensuring that pupils have the school tracksuit, have warm Under Armours that are black that match the school uniform so that they can still go outside during the winter months, because we will go out in a range of weather. They can wear black gloves, they can wear a black woolly hat as well to keep them nice and warm. So parents can really support us in encouraging the pupils to have correct warm kit, especially as we're now coming into winter. We also would love parents to support us with getting their children to attend local clubs and teams, because any activities that they take part in school, it would be brilliant if they could follow that passion in the local area. In the PowerPoint that is attached to this presentation, I've added in a link to a document that has a range of activities in the local area and contact numbers and their websites. If any of your pupils do become interested in joining any local clubs and teams, you would be able to contact them so they can pursue it further. And then finally, it would be for parents to check the Google Classroom that all pupils are part of. We give announcements prior to their PE lessons on what kit they will need. If they're ever changing activity, we'll always give them notice. So any new kit that is needed, football boots, shin pads or a gum shield, can be got ahead of time so that they're nice and organised and they can really enjoy the activities when they come. As well as in the Google Classroom, the announcements, we've also got the PE playlist, which has documentary links to a range of sporting activities, so pupils can do some extra research. It also contains how-to videos, so all the activities we offer on our curriculum. There's a video about the rules, the skills that are needed, and also where pupils can find more information about elite athletes and videos that will inspire them. On the Google Classrooms as well, under remote and independent learning, there are resources where pupils can complete workbooks, follow links to Google quizzes, so that if they want to do any more independent learning, they're able to access those resources. Back to our question from the beginning of the session. So I'm sure you all have your own opinions on what was most important or the reasons why they were most important. And the reason we use key questions at the start of each lesson as a hook into the lesson is so pupils can show us their current understanding, but also it develops really good discussion around people's opinions, how they can apply knowledge, and then we can go and explore that in the lessons. So an answer I would be expecting to hear as part of a discussion within small groups of pupils after being given that question is that agility is important for attackers to take on defenders, because without it, they wouldn't be able to change direction quickly when they're dribbling. That would be a really good conversation starter. Speed is important for an attacker to outrun a defender to get onto the ball, and they might use examples from their local team that they play for on a Sunday or any games that they've watched as well. And then also one that we would like them to highlight or develop knowledge of is the fact that cardiovascular fitness is important for footballers, because as a game lasts 90 minutes, if they didn't have good cardiovascular fitness, they might get tired, or an even better word we would encourage them to use is they might get fatigued too soon in the game, which means their performance could drop. We would hopefully then stretch pupils' understanding to the fact that actually attackers probably need agility and speed more than defenders. Defenders are normally slightly bigger because they might have to head the ball or block spaces. And also that midfielders perhaps need higher levels of cardiovascular fitness than any other position on the pitch, due to the fact that they have to link attack and defence. So perhaps they cover more ground during a game. And we would stretch that through questioning within the groups for pupils to show their knowledge. Thank you for taking time to watch this virtual event. If you have any questions, please click on the feedback form and I'll pick any of those up for you.